What's good, y'all? It's Trademark. You're now tuned into the collab.
It's the kid, it's the collab. I got another special guest with me today, Trademark. How you doing today, bro?
I'm doing good, bro. How about yourself?
Chilling.
Yeah.
What you been up to today?
Man, not much. Today really was a lazy day. I can't lie. I stood up hella late.
Yes,
Me and the homie watching Breaking Bad. We've been rewatching this shit. Anyways. But yeah, I really just woke up, cleaned up, smoked, made a couple beats, and then, came here.
Yeah. So where you from, bro?
I'm originally from out here. I was born in the IE.
Mm-hmm.
Did all my school out here. Went to Etowanda. Yeah.
Did you play any sports?
Yeah, basketball mainly.
How was that?
Use my height for something.
Oh yes, you got to.
You know, yeah. Nah, it was fun. It was definitely basketball was really what I really fell in love with before music and stuff. It was always basketball. I just felt I got to use my height for something. You know, it was just something. All the other sports you can't really. I felt like you couldn't really practice by yourself, but basketball you could just pull up to a hoop. You just practice by yourself. You just throw jumpers. So yeah.
So when did you start making beats?
I started making beats after I graduated high school. I got fired from my job because I wanted to play basketball pretty much, and there were certain days I couldn't work, so it'd be I can't because I have this going on. You know, I got games and stuff. So pretty much, boss was just got tired of me doing that. He would give me the permission, okay, yeah, but he wouldn't actually put it on the schedule. So he ended up firing me for that shit. Anyways.
Yeah. I know how bosses can be, bro.
Yeah. So I just pretty much just picked up a hobby, and I was like, you know what? I used to want to rap. I think everyone used to want to rap, and I just picked up a hobby, and I just it was making beats, and I just kind of just taught myself off
YouTube.
Going to school, coming home, and then just watching YouTube until I go to sleep, learning how to make beats. But yeah.
What DAW do you use?
FL.
FL? Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody's FL.
Yeah, it's always been FL.
Yeah. What do you think? You're better with making melodies, loops, or drums? You think you're crazy?
It used to be melodies, because when I first started making beats, loops weren't really a thing. It was you could just buy a sample pack,
right? And
you could get loops like that, and you know what I mean. It was is that or you're cutting a sample,
right? So
I used to be really good at making melodies, and that was my thing. But now I think it's more into drums now. Okay. But I still do melodies here and there. You know, just try to keep myself able to do that. Yeah. But mainly drums. You know. Yeah.
Who'd you look up to for music growing up? Producer and artist wise.
Producers, Southside. Because it would just be how quick they would make beats too. You know, I always thought that was cool. I was like, damn, he made a beat in 15 minutes.
Drums going
that's
crazy.
Hard. Yeah, you know what I mean? So Southside, and then newer, Pyrex, really stuff like that. Really just the trap beats, Zaytoven, you know, because Zaytoven can make a beat crazy.
Seconds,
you know? Yeah, really them. And then as far as artists, say Thug, Lil Wayne, Dirk, Chief Keef.
That 2012 era right there.
Yeah, all that. Yeah.
So do you remember your first placement or first artist you started working with?
First artist I started working with, that's tough. It was probably my homie. But as far as my homie Jay, he did my first beat tag, my very first beat tag. So that's who I started making beats for. But really, it turned into I did a couple of famous dags, you know what I mean, stuff like that, and then Trill Sammy, Trippy Red, kind of that era,
right?
Early stuff. Those are probably some of my first placements. And at the time, I thought it was so cool, but you know, it's just building milestones.
Yeah. How would you approach an artist back then when you wanted to send them beats or?
Really, it would just always just be on some you know what I mean, oh, I got some beats ready for you. This is the type of vibe they are. Maybe send a little preview.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, if they reply, they reply. If they don't, then, you know, keep moving.
Keep moving, yeah.
Really, like, I feel like the cheat code really is, like, building with artists, you know, like, building them up. You know what I mean? It's just, like, start early. Because it's hard to work with an artist who's already up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they already got the people they built with.
Yeah.
They already have their team. So it's really like you just want to build teams and build like genuine relationships. That's what I feel like as far as,
Yeah. How did you run into like DC the Don and how did that relationship come about?
Me and DC known each other for a while. So pretty much he had DM'd me a couple times. Because I think he had just heard around like my beats and stuff for beats, and I was always like, he would just send me his email, and I was always like, yeah, I got you. One thing with me is like, most of my placements have been like in-person placements, because like I'm really bad at emailing stuff. Like that's like not really like my work vibe. Like I like to get in the studio and make stuff or pull up and just play beats. You know what I mean? Like that's really like how I like to work. So he had hit me like twice, and then like I like to send beats or whatever, and like I was like, yeah, I got you. And then I ended up having the studio I used to rent out. We used to get like 12 hours for $200. It was lockouts, but we would get it for like 2-3 days. We'd just be like, go home, shower, come right back, like make beats. Like that was like my life back then. And so I was in the studio for so long, and then I literally was like so tired. I was ready to leave. And then as I was leaving, DC had a session at that same studio. So he pulled up and I was like, you know what, fuck it,
might as well.
And he was like, yeah, play me something. So ended up playing some beats, and then he recorded some stuff and I knocked out. And then like ever since that day, we just really like locked in on the music stuff. You know, that's like when it really first started.
Yeah, because I see that you're growing and you have like placements with like Herbo, Nardowick. Were those like people you met too, or how did those connections?
Herbo, I tapped in with his producer, DJ Victorious, and really just like we just like cooked up. He had me pull up to their crib. We pulled up, made beats. So that's how really that came about. As far as with Nardo, that was just tapping in super early. You know, he had like 5,000 followers when I did him. And I work with like a lot of artists from Jacksonville. He's from Jacksonville, and so I pretty much just found his stuff through that, and then just tapped in with him early and just like kept that genuine relationship, and then then just been really like locked in ever since with that.
Yeah. Do you plan on like coming up like with a project of your own, like with artists?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've been working on one for so long, but it's like it's gotta come at the right time.
Right.
You know, there's times where it's like, yeah, I feel like I should, but you know, I need to make sure it's right, because I want to like really only do like a couple of these projects, like, you know, just make them really good.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. Do you plan on like signing other artists, or like trying to like, you know, boss up and give other people a lane?
As far as like artists, I don't know too much, but producers, that's like something I'm like big onto, you know, because there's a lot of fire producers out there, and all they need is just their stuff to really get heard. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, it's a team effort at the end of the day. You know, who cares? Like, we're all gonna get some money out of this, so let's all work together. Let's get it. So mainly like with producers. Artists, like I'm big on like artist development and stuff, and like I would maybe like manage and, you know, get them to a big label and give them opportunities, but I don't think I would really be able to be like the one to sign them. Right. You know, because I feel like, you know, if there's the potential there, it needs to be used. You know what I mean? Like, the best they can. You know, but really just producers.
Producers?
Cause, yeah, because I could, you know, that's kind of like my lane, something I really understand. But yeah.
How did the relationship with you and how did you meet like Sad Frosty, R.I.P. Sad Frosty? But how did that come up?
I met him through DC.
DC.
Yeah, he pulled up with him at a session. But so we just met through there, and like, we all lived together. We all had a crib. Really? Yeah, we lived together. So yeah, me, DC Frosty, and then Brand, their manager. Yeah, we all got a crib together. So yeah, that was like the homie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy what happened.
So yeah.
It was unfortunate.
Yeah.
So like stepping forward, like we only got a couple months left in 23. Like, what are your plans? Like, what do you plan on going hard with?
Oh, like for this year?
Yeah.
Really, I've just been like, I got like a bunch of projects I'm excited for that I'm part of that are dropping. We got the Lil Baby album dropping next month. I got one on Trippy's next album, Lil Letter U5, and then Nardo's next album, and then I got a whole bunch of other stuff that, like, you know, it's not really confirmed yet, so I don't want to, you know.
Yeah.
But really just been working on just stacking records and just trying to, like, this is the year that I really, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm giving it my all. You know what I mean?
Course.
Yeah,
gotta
so
go hard. Yeah. Also, like 24 is 2024, right? Or 2023. 2024 is next. Like, what's your goals for 2024?
Is it 2024?
No, I'm tripping. 2023.
Yeah, there you go. Nah, you're good.
Nah, I'm like
2020. Yeah, no, I feel you because I be thinking, I'm like, it feel like 2020 still.
Yeah, time is.
I don't know.
Fast.
Feel like 2020 still, but yeah, no. Plans for
23.
23.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, what are my plans for next year?
Yeah.
Is
that project? You plan on doing that project? Hopefully.
I don't know. You know, I've been kind of, you know, just working on like stacking these records, and like I just want to maybe that project then.
Yeah.
Maybe that project then. I think it just needs to get to that point where I have too many records to pick from.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be able to like really pick it and really put it together. Okay. And like even get artists together that you necessarily wouldn't hear together.
Yeah.
Like, but I'll put it together, you know?
Like A&R type vibe.
Yeah. I'm
definitely.
like big on that.
What advice you got for any like upcoming producers that want to, like, you know, try to get their name out there, their brand out there?
Really, it's about putting the hours in. You know, it's like it's a lot of, you know, you gotta really like let this shit be your job. You know, you gotta work it. You know, no matter what you do, you know, you can always fit the hours in. You know, but really just keep working and then build with artists. That's the big thing. Yeah. You know, you really want to build with artists because everyone wants to send beats to the big people. Right. But at the end of the day, those big people weren't always big. So it's like, it's really about like building with an artist and then building with producers too. Yeah. You know, that's another thing that people don't realize is like you could build with producers super easy. It's like everyone does something. Go work with this guy. He makes fire loops. Go make some beats with him. He's got opportunities. You know what I mean? Send the beats you finish to him. He'll go send them out, and you know what I mean. Just kind of, you know, just utilize the tools that you have. You know, like social media, you can really reach out to anyone. You know, but really just build genuine connections. You know what I mean? Because end of the day, you know, that genuine relationships stand. You know what I mean? Right. Like bring opportunities. You know what I mean? And you know, just give opportunities too, and you know, it all adds up. And just put in the hours, So,
last thing before we go, what are like some hardships you had, you know, getting to where you are today? Like, what are some mistakes, like 1 or 2 mistakes that you made that you look back on and like, you know, I hope somebody else doesn't make this mistake.
Mistakes
as a producer.
Really, I would say. I'm trying to think. I want to give a good one.
A good one.
I'm trying to think. I've had a lot of fuck ups. I'm like, let me see. Okay, so a big mistake, you know, producers should avoid is like studio ethic. You know what I mean? When you pull up the sessions, how you're supposed to act. You know what I mean? I've seen a lot of people go through this. You know, where they go to sessions. You know what I mean? And they're like
a
fan. Acting like a fan or quick to. You know what I mean? You
Mm-hmm.
kind of blow your opportunity like that. You know, I've learned it's best just to go in the studio. If someone invited you to the session, you know, you don't know most of these people here, just kind of mind your business, you know what I mean? And if someone starts talking to you, then you can, you know, conversate, you know, do your thing. But really don't, I'm not saying don't chip in, but just chip in, give your word on
like when you have the opportunity.
When it feels right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't force your way in a conversation, because a lot of times people will notice that, you know. Really that, and then just taking advantage of like your opportunities when you get them. There's a lot of times where I used to like DM an artist, and they'd hit me back, and I wouldn't even, you know, like I would lag on sending a pack over, or you know what I mean. I would like procrastinate on pushing some stuff over to them. And next thing you know, a couple months later, they're like, oh, way up, and it's like, what do I look like sending a pack now? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I got to take my loss, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, don't procrastinate, you know what I mean? Just, you know, come ready to work, you know? Yeah. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. No, I think the grind is important. I think you're a perfect example of that. And other producers should, like, take heed of, like, what you're saying and make sure they keep going. But like other than that, bro, I appreciate you.
Thanks, bro.
For pulling
appreciate
up.
you, man. Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
Another interview down.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you guys are following me and Trademark for any live
Yep.
music updates. And yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.